Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you can already see on screen, I'm taking a shot at Diablo 3 for the channel. I have only played a tiny bit of this before. I tried to do a two-player run with my brother, but I was a little too busy. And that was also early into the game's release, which, if you know this game at all, you know that there was a lot of disappointment surrounding it when it first went out. Now, I absolutely love Diablo 2. Diablo 2 is my absolute favorite... Oh, I did not want that to happen. Yeah, Diablo 2 is my absolute favorite RPG historically. A very, very close second. This will be my brother's former character. He hasn't touched this in ages, though. Wait. Yeah, that's definitely my brother's character, so he took it to hard mode. But I need to pick a new character. Now, as I was trying to say, Diablo 2 was my absolute favorite, and a very close second right now is definitely, a very close second right now is definitely Grim Dawn. Now, those of you who don't know Grim Dawn, basically think Diablo 2, but with an eldritch plot rather than a demonic plot. A lot of extra factions that you get to directly interact with and get quests from that are also largely against each other, so you really gotta pick and choose your enemies in this one. So if you like Diablo, I really suggest you check out Grim Dawn and both of its DLCs thus far. Also, it has a shitload of mod support. So you guys might see some content from that out of me, but it won't be full playthroughs. It'll be more just showing off character builds. Anyway, this is gonna be my first time fully playing this game. I only got about halfway through Act 1 and completely forgot it. So this is gonna be a new experience for me, and I'm glad to have you guys along for the ride. So, what would be the perfect name for this demon huntress? I'll name her after a character from my book I'm writing. It's gonna have to be her. Biz, welcome to hell. Oh, wow, that's a lot less than I expected, but she'll be fully decked out in armor soon enough.
My family was butchered by Hellspawn.
Dark opening.
To witness such a thing is enough to leave your mind in ruins. The madness killed my sister and left me frightened and alone. Until I was rescued by survivors who had joined together to rid the world of the creatures of hell. They saw in me the strength to resist the demons, and they forged me into a weapon. Now I am ready. A meteor has fallen in Tristram, and the dead have risen in its wake. I will send them back to their graves. Once I was hunted. Now, I am the
Okay, kind of a typical character backstory if you've ever played D&D, but, I mean, typical can be good as long as you play it well. Oh, I just gotta pause and listen to this music for a moment. I actually gotta see if I can turn the music up. Yes, I can. This is just pure classic Diablo right now. Diablo's soundtrack in 2 was so fucking good. Okay, how many of these are gonna raise behind me?
I have journeyed here to find the fallen star and purge its evil from this land.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
They keep coming.
You know, this is actually reminding me already of my most broken build I ever made on Grim Dawn.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Alright. Yeah, the most broken build I ever made on Grim Dawn was a combination, because in Grim Dawn you can multi-class, so I combined the Demolitionist and Inquisitor. And I maxed out both classes' gunplay skills, and produced basically a long-range monster that made it impossible for anyone to approach me without getting completely obliterated by every element under the sun. Oh, okay, so the Book of Cain is here for free identification right off the bat. That is wonderful. Wonderful interior design in this game.
For many years, villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that New Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
It's really good to hear Deckard again after all these years.
Have you... Leah, is it? Rumford said that you survived the fallen star's impact.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but...
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Then I shall put an end to them and secure your town.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Ooh, sure to be good info in here.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Okay, this right here just reminds me of a meme. Oh, I found the dodge roll. Okay. This right here just reminds me of a meme. If anyone has their bed against literally no walls, they have no fear. And Leia certainly strikes me as that kind of girl. Wonder how much old Tristram down this way is going to look like the ruins from halfway through Act 1 of Diablo II.
I returned to Honduras after 20 years. The burden of countless failures and tragedies heaped upon my shoulders. Am I being punished for helping that stranger hunt the Dark Wanderer? I always thought Deckard Cain half a madman. But perhaps he was right. Perhaps he can banish the shadow hanging over my life.
Oh, dear Warif. You were a wonderful help in Diablo 2. Shame to find you dead now. Oh, shit. Okay. Bottleneck him.
I've become stronger.
Always the best strategy for one-on-many, just bottleneck him. The XP bonus for killing that many consecutively is pretty nice. Oh, I remember these little assholes. Vastly improved designs. I forgot my brother got these cosmetics. That's interesting. I guess I'll take that one. Is there a button that accesses... Oh, there it is. Ooh, finally some magic gear. Yeah, that's a huge bonus. There we go. If I could be a little faster, those kill chains would get a hell of a lot bigger. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. Definitely customizing this. Yep, that seems about right for Biz.
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him. Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
Your mother had her secrets.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Oh, she most certainly was.
Dalton!
Not enough hatred.
Expended it a little quickly in that fight. It was a mini-boss. Definitely need to work on building up my stats.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will go. Stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
Sweet revenge!
Yeah, I can already tell that skill is going to be busted.
That was just a taste!
Wow. That skill is really busted. I am slaughtering everything left and right here. This is insane.
It was Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear, and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, the councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement, and sent us off to die.
Okay, so this is the origin story of none other than the Skeleton King himself. And I'm not going deeper into this yet. I'm a perfectionist. I am searching the... Yeah, I'm searching the entire dungeon. So I guess I'll try and use some of this downtime to talk to you guys about a few things, my history with this series. So, I know Diablo 1. I never really played it because it was kind of outdated from the start. Diablo 2, on the other hand, I had a lot of experience with, but when I originally played it when I was younger...
It's inside me! Inside!
Oh god. Yep. Okay, so as I was saying, I originally played
This will be interesting.
Diablo 2 when I was like... I'd say I started probably when I was 12, but then I didn't go and actually beat it until I was about 14. No. 16, actually.
My hatred is too low.
Eventually, when I did beat it, the first class that I did it with, as best I recall... Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first class I beat it with was a sorceress. Which, you know, is kind of difficult when they focus entirely on elemental magic, and when in the late game, a lot of things are completely immune to certain elements. So, it proved to be a challenge. I had to get... Oh, hi, Trouble. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, one of my brother's cats, Trouble, yeah, she just hopped up next to me. She's an adorable little thing. But she definitely earned that name when she first got here. That'll be a story for another time. So anyway... Yeah, my first time beating Diablo 2 definitely had to be with a sorceress, and at that point I had been playing the game long enough that I knew that a lot of things toward the end of the game were heavily resistant or immune to fire. So I kinda went out of my way to make a build for my sorceress that ignored fire and focused on lightning and ice. So, I ended up basically mastering Chain Lightning and Frozen Armor, and the Frozen Orb. Trouble, stop clawing at the back of my chair. But yeah, that combination proved rather effective, and in the end I was able to pretty much devastate Bale by the time I actually got up to him. Because although he was heavily resistant to ice and used a lot of that himself, my lightning was definitely enough for the job. Which is why anytime I play any RPG that has chain lightning in it, you can expect me to completely abuse it. I don't know if the wizard class in this has chain lightning. I should have looked into that. Yes, hi, Trouble. This little girl can be so needy sometimes. Like, she's almost climbing into my chair right now. I'll make sure to put a couple of pictures of her up on screen for you guys. Adorable little thing. She was a rescue cat. Already lost one of her eyes by the time she was found in the shelter. My brother and his ex-wife went to get another cat and happened to find her, and she was missing the opposite eye to the cat we already had that was missing an eye. So it just seemed fated at that point.
Foul minions, stay back! Back!
Ah, here's Deckard.
King.
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
Well, managed to find Deckard.
Cain! I'm here to rescue you!
Back to your graves!
This guy's tanky. But not enough.
Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
Because you're
Leah
Deckard
asked for my
fucking
aid.
Cain,
She
the
will
most
be
brilliant
relieved to see you
character in this
again.
entire series.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found.
I promised Leah that I would save her uncle, Deckard Cain. When I found him, he was facing the Skeleton King. And now this abomination blocks my path to the fallen star.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
I have but one request of you. What do you know of the fallen star?
Not much, I'm afraid, though the prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
How satisfying.
They ain't just stories. I mean, Deckard Cain has literally been to hell and back. Although I'm unsure if he knows about the World Stone from the end of Lord of Destruction. Because that already pretty much guarantees that the end of days is here.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil.
That he
lost
was.
both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
A tragic story, but I cannot reach the fallen star until I face him.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. Leah, you should not
Can and will do.
dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not
But
believe the evidence
for now,
of your
my recording is coming up on an hour.
Horrors have visited Tristram before.
I'm probably going to be whittling this down to one episode's worth of footage.
The Zakharoon tones warn
Overall,
of falling stars.
good first session, I'd say.
The Heraldric scroll spoke of the dead rising.
Besides
and the Lord
trouble interrupting me a lot, although I'm sure that is just better for you guys.
said at the end of all things, the first sign shall appear in the heavens.
Well,
Yes, you've been telling me about the text since I was 8 years old, Uncle.
for now, I'm going to leave it off here.
You should read too much into them.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Envoy of Kairos, signing out.